Okay, welcome back. Last time we made our way through Club Zodiac and we let Ikichi handle his own problems, and the plan for today is to do everything we need to do at Kasugayama High School. So before I go and do that, I do want to make a quick trip back to Satomi Tadashi, mostly just so I can buy more stuff for the sweepstakes. So I can buy 31, so I'll buy 20, and we should be okay. I still feel okay with the weapons and armor that I currently have. There's a guy I knew who got hooked on this place's theme song, just like Maya. I wonder how he's doing now. Okay. So Satomi Tadashi uses different remixes in each branch. I like the version of this place too. At some point I will go to all of them just to see how Maya reacts to them. Don't bother me right now. I'm coming up with a song worthy of serving as Gas Chamber's debut single. Akichi should just swipe the song here. He'll at least have one fan. And, oh, well, that's just uncalled for, Lisa. Anyway. So now, hang on, wait. I nearly forgot to actually do the stuff. I nearly forgot to actually send in the stuff for the sweepstakes, which wouldn't be great. I will be doing this after every dungeon, because, well, I would like to win at least once in the game. I think the last time I did Eternal Punishment, I won 2 or 3 times. So hey, I'm hoping for the best. Anyway, off we go to Kasugayama to, get the game, to progress the story. Wow, it's jumping in here. Are they getting ready for the school festival or something? It seems like everyone's excited. Yeah, Yasuo's in charge of it all. And here I thought he was just putting in extra effort for the school. That bastard. He's probably in the student council room on the 2nd floor. I'll beat a confession out of that prick. Let's go. Okay, thanks, Akichi. I mean, credit where it's due, the music is kinda good. Like, I'll give them credit there. I mean, to be fair, the music being good in an Atlas game isn't exactly a... The music being good in an Atlas game isn't exactly a surprise. Like, I feel like the number of Atlas games I've played with bad music I could count on, I don't know, like, one hand. And by that, I mean, there wouldn't be any because there's 0. I don't think I've ever played a game that Atlas made that had bad music. I'm trying to think of one, and I'm drawing a blank here. Like, I know that obviously not all the music in all the games will be to everyone's taste. Like, I know that a lot of people don't like the music in the Persona 1 remake, but honestly, I really like it. But yeah, I know that a common thing is a lot of people don't like it because it's, quote, too close to Persona 3, and I don't really have an issue with that. Like, oh no, it's like the music in another really good game. I just don't really see the problem. I know that, you could argue that thematically and tonally it's a little bit out of place, but honestly, I feel like Persona 1 with... I feel like the PSP version of Persona 1 just nails the soundtrack. And that, hopefully, should finish off this fight. Okay, now, question is this weak to anything that I have? No, but Yukino just does a fair bit of damage. I think Yukino is my most powerful party member, like in terms of just raw damage output. I'll go Strength, Vitality, and... I'll put 2 points into Strength. I feel like Dexterity is probably the play, though. Now then, it's time to go to the student council room on the 2nd floor, but hey, I might as well go and talk to at least a couple of people around here. Seems like everyone already know what happened in the secret lounge. I don't think anyone claiming to be stronger than Akichi will pop up for a while. I can't read today, I'm off to a great start. Hey, we should try asking the guys here where their president is. I bet at least one of them will know. Honestly, solid line of thinking. By the way, Tatsuya, there's something I need to ask you before we beat the snot out of Yasuo. It's important. You, the big man on campus at St. Evans, and me, a raging stud muffin of beauty, who's cooler? I'm cooler. Do you want to be rivals, do you? Interesting. Then may the best man win. Come on, Tatsuya, that guy over there knows something about the president. Go ask him. Okay, what's up? The president? I think he's in the student council room. No, really, it's on the second floor. Okay, what's this guy have to say? I guess that new leader wasn't stronger than Akechi at all. He talked the talk, but he couldn't walk the walk. Yeah, Akechi's good like that sometimes. All schools have at least 7 ghost stories, but this place only has 1. Once you enter the bomber shelter, you can't find the exit. When I first heard that story, I was so scared that I never went near it. But now, I don't really care. It's quiet in there. And that guy is just in the background. He's just in the back in the corner because he is now a shadow person because assumably the Joker did a thing. And away we go, because I think the student council room should just be up here. Okay, turn. Now, let's see what we have. What's going on here, buddy? I admire our president. I mean, he's the one who got our school back on its feet after it was looked down on for so long. Okay, what does everyone have to say? It looks like the president's supporters and detractors have extremely different opinions. What's going on here? Is one side lying? This week's objective, each member, 5 masks a day. What is this? I don't know, sounds like a cult. This new president had to be elected, right? He doesn't seem that popular here. Oh, Akechi, you're safe. That's great. Yeah, we'd be done for if anything happened to you. What the hell? Aren't you guys Yasuo's cronies? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Oh no, that's a terrible misunderstanding. To tell you the truth, he didn't know how to handle the president's megalomania. If you seize this opportunity to put him in his place, the student council, the whole school really, will be much better off for it. He's afraid of you. He's hiding somewhere in the school. Please find him and end his reign of terror. Alright. So, any ideas on just where he might be hiding? Something's not right. Why are these guys sucking up to me all of a sudden? Did even the student council hate Yasuo? Yeah, probably. He sounds very obnoxious. Now then, okay, you have a haunted house here, but I can't go in. That's unfortunate. Anyway, I think I need to go to the roof. I know that I have to go, so I guess very minor spoiler. I know I have to go to the roof, and I know I have to go down into the bomb shelter, but I don't remember the order in which I need to do those 2 things. But hey, I will find that out soon enough, no doubt. And I can also go for Zan. Akechi learned Zan, and that is just an almighty move. Also, in this game, they heavily nerfed Megiddo from what it was in Persona 1, which honestly is perfectly fair, because it was disgustingly busted in Persona 1. Genuinely, Persona 1 Megiddo is one of the most broken spells I've ever seen in an RPG. Because it was available pretty early, and it was strong against pretty much everything, and it just annihilated basically anything that came into contact with it, which made things very, very easy. I mean, no, I think SMT1 Zio might be better though, because SMT1 Zio just kind of goes. SMT1 Zio kind of just invalidates a majority of combat in the game. SMT1 Zio is the most. Yeah, I think SMT1 Zio is the most broken because it stun locks pretty much everything. Even most bosses don't have anything they can do against it. It is just so comically busted. At some point, I am going to redo Shin Megami Tensei 1 on here, so at some point, I'll be able to get, a visual representation for it. But I remember... Okay, that just ran away. But yeah, I remember when I played SMT1, I had charm bullets near the end, so I had gun damage that could inflict charm, and that just completely obliterated the game. Basically, the combination of charm, pretty much, it was, I would use Zio, and it would stun basically anything, and if it didn't get stunned, it would then get charmed and wouldn't be able to move. And this would affect almost everything, bosses included. I remember I fought Beelzebub, who was the game's secret boss, and he was so easy. He was so easy because he just didn't get to move. Like, imagine you get to the end of any other SMT game, and you just go, no, secret boss. You don't get to move. I mean, to be fair, I think that's the general strategy a lot of people try to employ for, whatchamacallem, for, like, the super bosses in SMT 5. Actually, did I ever beat the Demi-Fiend in SMT 5? I don't remember if I did. I should go and check. I should go and check that, because I don't remember. I know that I did the fight, I just don't remember if I beat him. And if I don't remember if I beat him or not, I probably didn't. Which means I should go back and give that another go, because, well, if I never beat them, I don't think that really counts as having fully beaten the game. I mean, to be fair, I also never beat, like, the secret boss at the end of SMT 5, Vengeance. But also, that game is fantastic. That game is fantastic. At some point, I'll definitely want to do a playthrough of it on here. And, you know, might as well go and check one of these other classrooms, just because I can, really. No, if you quit being the boss, what's going to happen to the school? To us? Who's going to take care of everything? You're right. I can't keep letting the boss do everything for me. I mean, I don't have much confidence, but I'll at least try to protect myself. I understand. I'm going to try my best to stay afloat without anyone's help. By the way, Akichi, you were looking for the president, right? I think he's in class 3-1 right now. Okay? Sorry, but I quit being the boss. Are you guys men or not? What are you gonna do if you can't even take care of yourselves? Come on, you have to hang in there. Try your best, and if that doesn't work, talk to me again. I'll help you out as a fellow student. Huh? Looks like these guys really look up to Akichi. I guess as he only had those 3... I thought he only had those 3 goons. I admit, I wasn't expecting this. That business with the new leader must have woken Akichi up. He looks a lot more mature now. Akichi's a boss through and through. He's not just talk. He really does take good care of his own. I'm starting to think it's a shame he gave up on... I'm starting to think it's a shame he's giving up being the boss. Guys like him don't come around too often anymore. This game is set in like 1999. I feel like I should just note that. And I have gone the wrong way. I need to go all the way back over here towards the stairs. And... okay, so that is 2 pucks. That's 2 pucks, a fail egg, and 2 harpies. So I know Lisa can one-shot the harpies. I don't know what... I should double-check what puck is weak to. I'll do that next turn, because I know I can at least take out most of the stuff. And I can just kind of argue my way through stuff, I suppose. Realistically, though, as long as I'm... realistically, I'm kind of just taking out all these enemies, and I don't need to worry too much. Because they don't do all that much damage. Like, their damage output is really low, and I can kind of just one-shot most of them. So I feel pretty okay, and just one of those pucks ran... oh, both of them just ran away. So, let's go Earth Slice, just because I can. And, yeah, I'll just leave it at that, I suppose. And I messed that up. Anyway, okay, Garu, Bufu, that'll kill. 10 out of 10, I messed it up. I mean, hey, if nothing else, it's on brand. Also, I do appreciate how Akichi pretty much just immediately caught his levels back up. What's going on over here? Manga Club? Someone's... did he come and buy the manga I drew? I'm still setting up. Okay. This is... oh, yo, they even got cosplayers this year. Good for them. Oh, that guy's being weird. Oh, this place is off limits. The manga club next door has dibs as a changing room. Okay. Oh, this is the library. Library. Makes perfect sense. A school should probably have a library. Okay, so that is Puck, I think it said it was a blob and an Agathion. So, first things first, what is Puck weak to? Weak to Earth. Okay, so it's weak to Earth. That's the light. And I haven't actually seen an Agathion yet. Okay. So what I will do is I will go for Fusion Spell. Fusion Spell, Earth Slice EX. And then I will go for Armor on this on this Phantom. And then I guess I'll Blazing Burst the Agathion, and we should be good to go. At some point I will sit down and do grinding to... At some point I'll sit down, do some grinding just to get cards so I can get new Personas. But for now, I'm going to stick with what I have, because obviously I want to max out my current Personas before I do anything else. Blazing Burst. Okay, good to know that is now good to know that that is immune to fire. Is it immune to anything else? Earth Slice. Earth Slice kills. Good to know. I'd quite like to know why it's Earth Slice EX instead of just regular Earth Slice, but whatever. It's fine. Okay, so I'm looking for Class 3-1, because Yasuo should be over here. Also, they have a film club. Oh, what is that thing? That thing looks kinda cool. Oh, that's an ogre, apparently. Okay. I guess I'll target that. I guess I'll target that with everyone else. Because it looks like it would be the most threatening thing kind of just available to fight right now. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I'm in any real danger. Also, I should note... Actually, I don't even know if this game has a super secret boss. I assume it probably should, because I think all the other Persona games do. But I don't know if it does. Because I do know that there's the theater stuff I've never actually interacted with in either of my previous... Actually, I don't remember if I've played through this game 2 times or 3. I should probably pay better attention to how many times I've played through certain games. Anyway, pretty much, I'm not too worried about it, and I'm probably not going to do that. Oh, Maya learned Media, that is super helpful. Maya now having Media just means she can heal. She just has an AoE heal, and that's going to be so helpful. Even if it... Well, less helpful, more just generally practical. Okay, Mafui inflicted silence by the looks of it. Radamanthus hits rank 7. And Tatsuya can't do anything because he's silenced. Well, that's fine. We should be able to just finish this off. Vesta hits rank 7. And I'm pretty sure rank 8 is the maximum, so we should be pretty close to maxing out some of our Personas. Okay, and we got more levels. Let's go Vitality, Dexterity, Dexterity. I honestly kind of want to put more... I kind of want to put more points into Luck, but I feel like I shouldn't. Our movie is called Scent of the Wind. It's about a son getting revenge on his father for abandoning him. Sounds interesting, huh? We'll be showing it during the Kasugayama Festival. You're definitely welcome to come see it. Okay. This is Visual Media Club, and by visual media, we mean movies. We're kind of a film studies club. We're planning on showing a movie we made ourselves this year, but we're still getting ready. I hope you come to check it out, though. Okay, let's go find Yasuo. I know he won't be here, but still, let's go investigate, regardless. Wasn't there a transfer student here? Would you happen to know where he is now? Transfer student? Oh, that guy. Nah, he hasn't come to school lately. Maybe he's in the hospital or something. I don't know. Oh, okay then. What's up, Akichi-kun? Do you know this transfer student? Nah, it's nothing. Probably just my imagination. The president? I heard he was in the basement. He's hiding out there. Okay. Good. Is Akichi looking for the transfer student? Because he seemed relieved that he wasn't here. What's going on? What the hell? What's with Akichi? He's all broody. Akishi's acting weird, and Lisa seems mopey too for some reason. What's up with them? Well, we'll find out eventually. The way Akichi beat up the new leader was the talk of the school. Looks like his nickname of the Death Boss was no joke. Yeah, because Akichi is also, if I recall correctly, I think he's a Death Arcana user. Yeah, he has Death. We have Sun, Death, Lovers, Moon, and Empress as our party members, which is a very unique kind of set of persona users to have. Honestly, I'm quite fond of that. Because realistically, I need to stop saying because realistically in things. But yeah, I feel like a general thing in Persona is your party member, especially in modern Persona, is you always have the Fool. In modern Persona, you always have the Fool, you always have a Magician, you always have an Emperor. Actually, okay, Persona 3 is a bit weird with it. But, like, you always have a Magician, you always have a Chariot, a Lovers, you usually have an Emperor. I feel like you have a few that are just always kind of happening as a team. And I think it would be kind of interesting to see some of the other potential. Like, I think it could be interesting to see some of the other Arcana as party members. Now, this will almost certainly never happen, because even though my knowledge of, like, Arcana and stuff is, like, in terms of, like, their symbolism stuff, even though my knowledge of it is extremely low, I feel the odds of getting a tower party member are probably just never gonna happen. Although I think it could be really cool just to see what they do. I would like to see what they would do if they did make a party member who was the tower, though. Because tower is basically just, like, all about ruin, as far as I can tell. But as far as I'm aware, tower is just, like, ruin, bad things, and I think that could be a really interesting one to just have as a party member in an RPG. And that should finish off this final enemy. Fantastic. Now, do we get... No, we do not. 10 out of 10. I've learned that I can basically just go, oh, I'm not going to get the mutation here because the music didn't keep going. Okay, off we go.
You picking a fight?
Okay, so I can just hammer and go through here. So that will actually be the plan. What I'll do is I'll set the turn order. I'll move Akichi to move first, Aya to move second, and then we should be good to go. Because what I can do is I can Mudo the Phaleg, I can hammer the Ogre, and we should be good to go from there. Now, the funny thing is... Okay, that actually did lock in the move. In Persona 1, Phaleg was disgustingly busted. Like, Phaleg in Persona 1, you can get it at, like, level 18, and it has just, like, a 10... I think it's, like, 10. And it's something like a 10 SP cost Mediarama, and I just kept that with me for the entire game, because it was basically a full party, full heal for 10 SP for basically the entire game. It was so broken. Okay, I am on the other side here, so I need to run all the way back over to get to the stairs to go down into the basement. Okay, so I guess I will go for straight slash on... No, wait, I can Mudo. I Mudo the Phaleg. I guess I just Bufu one of the perks, I guess. Then I can Blazing Burst one of them, You know what? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, because ultimately I'm gonna take out all these enemies in probably like 2 turns anyway. I don't think it's gonna make all that much of a difference. And, okay, if they're just gonna run away from me, that just makes my job even easier. Okay, Mudo lands, takes out Phaleg in 1. Bufu doesn't quite kill, but does a fair chunk. Agi finishes it off. Magna takes out one of the Harpies. And Zio doesn't quite kill off the other one, but hey, that's fine. We take 3 damage from Garu. At some point, I kind of want to try playing this on hard mode, just because I want to see how damage actually works. Because, I don't know, man, I feel like the enemies in this game just don't hit hard. Okay, I need to go this way. I probably should go and fully talk to everyone, you know, go everywhere, talk to everyone, but I don't know, that could take a long time. Okay, I'm going to go for some more fusion spells. I should probably try using them in a different whatever. Actually, no, wait. I'll target the Empusa with that, and I'll just use Hammer on the Ghost. Because I know for a fact that Maya can just annihilate it. But yeah, I know that there's another combination of Magna, Agi, and Aqua that I can use to create another fusion spell that I just haven't kind of run into yet. Basically, I think there's one that's earth-based, one that's water-based, and one that's fire-based. But I don't remember exactly how... I don't remember the exact order for them, basically. Which is a little bit on the inconvenient side. And as it turns out... Okay, Yukino is weak to ice. Honestly, that's kind of good information to have. Okay, I'll move the three... I'll move those three to kind of just cast together, and then I'll go for Feral Claw. I don't think Maya's going to do all that much damage. She is not a physical attacker. Yeah, she isn't exactly a physical attacker at heart, but that's fine. Now we just Agi, Volcanus hits rank 7, Agna lands, finishes that off, and away we go. Unfortunately for me, Freeze is not a status ailment that... It is not a status ailment that persists. Persists is the word I was looking for. Okay, so now I can go down here, and we can go and talk to Yasuo. Well, try to find him at least. Okay, so I can hammer onto one of these phantoms. Then I can Mudo. Oh, then I can Mudo. And take out the fail egg. Then I can Agi. Then I can Agi, and then I can Agna, and then I can Dio, I suppose. Why am I doing all the mix? Why am I just mixing and matching all my skills? Something, and I'm gonna get a whatchamacallit, a new move. So this is a fusion spell. Well, that's bad. I'm not casting that again. Let's not cast that. Don't use Death's Roulette. Because while it might be funny as a little joke, I don't really feel like I should be using that. Because Death's Roulette, well, as you can tell, it just killed Yukino. Like, it just killed Yukino. Basically, the way it works is I think it just randomly kills something, hence why it's a roulette. And, evidently, I ruled badly. Like, kind of funny idea, but not exactly a move I want to be using. Okay, Rakukaja will boost its defense. Not that it makes any difference, it's not surviving the turn. And that should kill. 10 out of 10, there we go. Now, Yukino won't get EXP from this fight, but that's okay. She started a little bit higher than everyone else. So, yeah, that's fine. And Akichi is already at 16 strength. Like, he is getting real strong real fast. But hey, we've now made it to the basement. Hey, could that president guy be in here? Please, let me go. I was wrong. I'll never do it again. Just forgive me. Forgive you? Forget that. And there's a whole laundry list of stuff we gotta ask you. There's no way we're just letting you go. You're gonna tell us about the emblem curse whether you like it or not. Whoa, hold on, you two. They're idiots, you know? Why did they rush in without thinking? Good question, Yukino. Good question. Better go in after them. Come on, let's go. 10 out of 10. They're idiots. All 5 of them. Yasuo, where are you? Come out. Oh, you'll pay for that. Hold on, Akishi. Don't move until I turn on my light. I was sure I had a flashlight. Grazie, now I can see. You know, Tatsuya, I think the next time you have something useful like that, you should take it out a little sooner. You fell for it. Walkie-talkie? What a dirty trick. Rumor has it that no one knows where the exit to that air raid shelter is. Once you're in, you'll never get out. You tricked us, you bastard! What the hell's your scheme? I'm making this school an ideal educational facility, worthy of a genius like myself. But first, the vermin must be exterminated. What did you just say? Sugimoto-kun was only a stalking horse. I set the stage by spreading a rumor that their leader was stronger than the boss. I hadn't considered that you'd use it to your advantage, hence my plan to play the vermin against each other has misfired. Come out and face us! I think not. Savage elements must be isolated lest they contaminate the rest of society. But if the ladies give me a write-up in their periodical and Lisa becomes my girlfriend, I'll make an exception for them. Sorry, our next special report's already been decided. Boss versus President, the true champion of Cuss High. Plus, photographing a walkie-talkie wouldn't be much use, even for the ad pages. How sad. That means the only place I could take you on a date would be a customer service center. That might be Lisa's strongest joke in the game. Fine, starve to death in there for all I care. That scumbag. Akishi, what the hell? Yeah, what she said, you moron. Why'd you go and break our only contact with the outside? What? But... oh well, no use crying over it now. At times like this, you gotta remember to think positive, guys. Together we can find a way out. Let's positive thinking move. Okay, what does everyone have to say? Hey, isn't that the way we came in? I can't really tell. There's a rumor that someone did get out of here alive, but yeah, sorry, it's my fault we're stuck in here. Don't worry, we got in here and we can get out. I'd hate to get lost, so I'm gonna make a mark here. I think that's the way we came in. Or is it? Well, let's go this way, just because we can. Okay, so that is a damage floor, specifically a poison damage floor. I know, what a shocking twist. The poison damage floor was the one that was giant and glowing. Like, I know, oh, absolutely shocking twist. The glowing purple floor was poisonous. Never saw that coming. Never could have predicted that. Oh wait, Yukino is only on 1 health. I will alternate my new plan then. So I'll just quickly cast Media. Then I wish I could move my kind of spell orders. That would be very helpful. I know that I can't, but it would be very nice to be able to. Okay, so then I'm just gonna kind of triple in on one of them. And we should be okay, because Media should patch everyone up to enough health. Okay, that didn't actually heal quite as much as I expected it to. Why did it heal so much on Lisa, though? Like, why did Lisa heal for 72? Like, that nearly healed her full health bar, and she was nearly on full health to begin with. That's a bit strange. Okay, now then. I guess I'll go for Flame Cut, just... Actually, no, I'll go for Blazing Burst. I'll go for Blazing Burst, and that will finish this off. Is this absolutely overkill? Yes, 100% absolutely overkill. But sometimes you need a bit of overkill.
Looks like you're all talk.
And now, okay, we got a few levels up. And I'll go Dexterity, Strength, Vitality. Also, I feel like, you know what, never mind. Never mind. So let's quickly patch up Yukino just a little bit more, get her back to full health. I probably don't need to, because... actually, yeah, I definitely didn't need to. Oh, that is actually huge. Akichi learned Malakwa. Malakwa, as you can probably tell, the Ma spells are just like area of effect versions. And area of effect versions are always nice. If it's just one thing... Okay, if it's just one thing, that's probably a way higher level enemy. Typically, if an enemy just appears just one thing by itself, usually that's a good sign to tell you this is probably something very strong. Like something that maybe isn't meant to be in this area. I might be totally wrong on that, but I feel like it's a safe... And I feel like it's a safe assumption, you know? And now I can also Blazing Burst. So pretty much this thing is going to get absolutely obliterated this turn. And so now Earth Slice should land and probably kill outright, to be fair. There we go. So that takes out the Tengu, and we also get a mutation by the looks of it. Aquas has been learned. Okay, so that is... Aquas, I believe, is the medium strength Aqua spell. That's kind of nice. So I'll have access to that pretty early on in the game. So basically, I have now... Pretty much, the move Aqua for Akechi has now been completely made redundant. Because I now have... Well, I now have the next... Like, I have the next one up for the same cost. We're gonna drink this? Nothing doing. We aren't doing that. Look, what's trickling out here? At least we won't die of thirst. The compass is off. My sense of direction feels out of whack too. If we didn't have any light, we'd be lost for sure. There's a door, but there's no way it's the exit. There's a rumor that no one knows where the exit is. Well, let's just keep going then. Okay. That is another explosive floor. Red ones, I believe, are just explosive damage floors. So basically, if I stand on that, I will take... Yep, an explosion happens, and I take damage. The purple ones can poison me. The purple ones can do poison, which obviously isn't great, but we can work around it. You know what? I will double in on this ogre, then Blazing Burst should... Actually, hang on, wait, I can cast Malakwa. Now, okay, so here's how it works. I think in this game... I think the way it works is, in this game, the mass spells target everything, but it might just be, like, everything of a certain, whatchamacallit. Like, if there's multiple enemies of the same, I think. Like, if there's multiple of the same enemy, it targets all of them, I think. As opposed to just outright targeting absolutely every enemy. Which is how it would obviously work in later games. But hey, that's fine. That's fine, it's not that big of a deal. Poisonmare, no one got poisoned, that's actually super helpful. And now I just need to get rid of this thing. I think it said it was Robin Goodfellow. Is it weak to fire? No, but it did just take that damage, and it dies to hammer. Fantastic. I do quite like the little character detail that Maya will apologize to demons that she kills. Okay, that just lured some of my SP, but that's not that big of a deal. Okay, we found an Aquas card. So that is another potential... Oh. Okay. That was a series of misplays on my part. Fortunately for me, I have just one cast of... You know, I'll use two. I'll use two for the grand total of 8 SP to get everyone back to full health. Now, the real question is, how long is it going to take me to get out of here? Okay, I can definitely just kill this thing in one turn. Earth damage actually does very little. You don't get poisoned. Malakwa doesn't do all that much. And I should be able to just Blazing Burst and then finish it off with a hammer, I guess. Oh, never mind, Blazing Burst just killed it outright. And no one... Okay, Akechi is close to a level up. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And I believe... I think you naturally find your way out of this dungeon after like 2 or 3 doors. But I don't actually remember. Okay, so this is... Well, those are clearly, like, zombified people. Yeah. Which makes perfect sense because they do explain, and I don't remember if it's in this game or in Eternal Punishment, where they mentioned that this was a bomb shelter used during the Second World War. And I assume that these things are, well, I assume all these zombie enemies, like undead enemies, typically are weak to hammer. So I feel pretty okay, and evidently they are doing very little damage, so I don't need to worry about it at all. And I can just Blazing Burst, and that'll probably wipe out one of them, if nothing else. Okay, zombies, weak to fire, good to know. And also weak to light, and now I can just kind of focus in and take out this last one. And I think that said... Yeah, I think we're pretty much at the point where all of our personas are going to kind of max out. And once we're done with those, that means I can start collecting the cards to make new personas. And not need to worry too much about it. There are definitely a few personas I know that I want throughout the game. But hey, here we are, and we are now back where we started. I did see anything that looked like an exit back there? Oh well, let's make another pass. It's just my information. It's just my imagination, but this place looks like the first room we saw, right? Okay, what does Lisa have to say? Is it just me, or is Maya sounding a little forced? This is the first room we were in. Look, you can see my mark on the wall. Well, if we ended back at the start, we just need to find out where we took a wrong turn. Come on, let's go. Okay, so what if I go this way? Isn't that the door we just came through a minute ago? Let's try going out through the other door. Okay. We run it back. Loop number 2. How do I bring up a map and... I guess I don't have a map. Well, Mark, I guess I don't have a map button. More accurate statement. Okay, this is 4 of the same enemy, which means this is a perfect time for a key. Because I can just hit them with all... I can hit all of them with the same thing. Unfortunately, I don't have more... Oh, I have Miragi as well. Miragi is going to be super helpful here. And... I don't remember what... I think Maya might get Mabufu, but I might be wrong on that. Either way, if a real hero of this story right now is going to be Yukino, because she is going to save me a lot of time, and because we are just going to cast Miragi, and that does a good chunk of damage to all of them. And, you know what, I'll just run that back, because we should be able to finish them all off this turn. There goes 1. There probably goes 2. Good job. Good job, team. Good job, team. I don't really have a follow-up on that. Yeah, I don't remember what the gimmick is here. I think I need to loop through here 2 or 3 times, though. But hey, I can find more stuff. A Kotaludi card, and that just did damage. Okay, let's quickly patch everyone else up. I mean, if nothing else, I'm getting a lot of money. I feel like this game does give you a lot of money for basically nothing. I don't know, I just feel like this game is very friendly with money. Okay, so that is weak to water, and that's just weak to magic. So, okay, that's... Looking at that, that isn't exactly ideal for me. I do wish I had access to a kind of just hit everything type of, I do wish I had access to fusion spells right now that were kind of just, hey, this hits everything. But hey, I don't, and that is totally fine. That's fine, it's a minor inconvenience, I'm not too worried about it. Because I know for a fact that I'll be able to get through this without too much hassle. Because honestly, none of these enemies do a whole bunch of damage. But yeah, so at some point... So obviously I'm doing this, then I'm going to be doing Eternal Punishment as soon as I finish this. Then at some point I still need to do SMT1 again. I still need to do SMT2 as well. SMT2 I'm really looking forward to. But part of why I'm looking forward to SMT2 so much is because I haven't played it before. But SMT1, when I eventually redo that, that'll be a replay. But I've never played Shin Megami Tensei 2 yet. So I'm genuinely really excited about the idea of playing it. Because hey, I've heard that it's really good, and I would like to, you know, see what the deal is. On top of that, I know that I also need to play SMT if at some point. And I also have Okay, realistically, I have pretty much all of mainline Mega 10 to do, and I'm very much looking forward to all of that, because, as it turns out, I just like the Shin Megami Tensei games. They're really good. Okay, turns out we found Trish's Spring. I didn't notice that last time I was here. Okay, we have weird demon chef thing. Let's, okay, that's Nizrock. I guess I can just Mudo and take out Phaleg, and then just focus in on Nizrock. Yeah, I'll have everyone just attack Nizrock, and then we should be good to go. Because Akichi can finish off the two Phalegs just by himself. And by the looks of it, these, well, and these enemies don't really seem like they have all that much interest in doing damage to anything. So, yeah, I feel pretty okay. I feel pretty okay and relatively confident. Okay, that's a... That Miragi did more damage than perhaps anything else has managed so far, and that's a kind of sad fact. Genuinely, that is a quite sad little fact about that. But hey, we managed to make it through. And Tatsuya, Maya, and Lisa all level up. Now, I will put a point into luck. I'll put a point into luck because I feel bad if I don't. Like, hey, what if I made my character just completely luckless? And we found our way back to the small room. I may be wrong, but I do think I have to loop through here twice. And seeing all those enemies moving in front of me, that time we actually managed to escape from a fight for once. I feel like anytime I try to run from a fight in an RPG that isn't Pokemon, I always fail. Okay, what do I have to say now? So thirsty, but I don't want to drink this gross water. Don't be such a lightweight. Relax. You can tell by the bugs in it that the water's perfectly drinkable. Fair, valid. No one knows where the exit is, huh? No one knows. No, here again? There's no exit anywhere. Okay, so... what if we looped around again? And so, back around we go. I do kind of want to know what they were thinking with this dungeon design, where it was like, what if you just ran through the same dungeon twice? I mean, to be fair, that isn't... Okay, I say that like Persona 1 didn't have a dungeon where the gimmick was... Like, I say that like Persona 1 didn't have a dungeon where you got to the end, the boss got mad at you and just kicked you out and you had to go again. That dungeon was... an interesting one, to say the least. Like, it's not a particularly long dungeon, it's not a particularly difficult dungeon. I do find it kind of funny that their entire game plan for it was, yeah, just do that dungeon twice. It was certainly a choice. Whether or not I think it was a particularly good one is maybe a little bit up in the air, but hey, you know what, that's fine. That's fine. I feel like sometimes you need to have strange dungeons in your RPG. You that kind of sometimes just have weird gameplay mechanics. And one that I will no doubt get to at some point on here. It might take a few years, but one that I will definitely talk about when I eventually get to doing it on here will be the Hollow Forest in Persona 4 Gold. Because I think that dungeon is great and also terrible. It's my favorite, it might be my favorite, least favorite dungeon, if that makes sense. Because it is very annoying to get through. Basically, so pretty much, that dungeon has a special gimmick to it, and that gimmick is, hey, all those items you have, all those weapons, all that armor, yeah, you don't have those in here, and also your SP gets cut in half after every fight. That's the gimmick for that dungeon, if I recall correctly. And obviously that is a little bit on the inconvenient and a little bit on the annoying side, but it's definitely unique, and I kind of appreciate that about it. I can appreciate just how unique it is. I think it was... I remember reading it was made by the Strange Journey team, which would make a lot of sense, because Strange Journey is apparently just full of weird design stuff like that. I say that, I haven't played SMT Strange Journey. It's another one of the ones that is on the list. Like, at some point, I want to play a Strange Journey, probably just in my free time. I say I have to specify just in my free time, because I remember hearing that it's difficult. Like, I remember hearing that it might be the hardest SMT, and I don't know if that would be particularly good for a first playthrough. Like, I don't know if it's, I don't know, I feel like just doing a first playthrough as a series might be a little bit of a risky one. I mean, I say that, but I've done a few games as first playthroughs, so it might not be that bad. Am I going backwards? I think I may be going backwards. And the fact... What is that thing? That... Erinius. Erinius? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to hope it's weak to hammer, though. I say that despite the fact that Maya is absolutely moving last. But honestly, I feel like it's going to be a case where it looks more intimidating than it actually is. Unlike in Persona, I think they turn up in 3 and 4, the enemies that are just kind of like, they look like two people kind of just like attached together on like basically a railing. They look strange. You know, I'll just leave that. I don't need to use it. Well, Aki takes out one, Araki doesn't quite finish off the other. Hammer, it blocks light. Interesting, okay. Is this going to be one of those things where it just is immune to everything that isn't magic? Okay, no it is not. Let's just Blazing Burst and hopefully take it out. Is it weak to fire? No, but that did enough.
Looks like you're all talk.
And also Volcanus hit its maximum rank, which is kinda nice. Vesta learned Frey. Frey was pretty good. Wait, was Frey even in SMT1? I don't think it was. Okay, is this where I just came in from? What's happening here? Maya, you really need to stop smiling when you're boiling over with rage. Back to square one? I think we're just going in circles. Not bad, but I'm not giving up that easily. We'll get out here, yeah, if it's the last thing we do. Okay. This is so aggravating. If we get out here, that guy's ass is grass. Oh, I can't die here. What would my millions of adoring fans think? Good question. And also, because I can't even save here, okay. Basically, I think I'm gonna stop and end today's episode off here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably save state and end off today's episode here, and then I guess I'll record the next like 10 minutes and see how that goes. But I'm gonna end off today's episode here. So I haven't actually decided what the new series will be yet as of the time of me recording this episode. So a new series will have started yesterday, and we'll have a new episode out tomorrow. Persona 2 will be back on Thursday. But yeah, I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all on Thursday as we hopefully get out of this bomb shelter. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.